All right, shalom, 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 shalom. Shalom, welcome to another True Disciples of Christ Bible study. This is Yahuwah's work. Tonight's lesson is very well needed. It should be abundantly clear that we're living in the last days. Those that can't see that are definitely not walking in the spirit. So we're going to talk about some very relevant precepts tonight, primarily Matthew 10 and 35. We're going to go into what Mashiach meant when he said, I came to divide the mother against the daughter, the father against the son. We see a lot of that going on in today's society. Perhaps you may know someone that's experiencing that right now. The mother's going against the daughter. The mother's trying to dictate her daughter's life. The mother is trying to live her life over again, though she screwed her life up through her daughter. And her daughter is not able to live freely and be the woman that she wants to be. She loves the mother, and in a confused type love, she refused to break the umbilical cord. And so she suffers through life and thereby creating an animosity and a love for her mom. So it's like a love-hate relationship that the daughter has for the mother, because the mother refuses to allow the daughter to cut the umbilical cord. And each time that she attempts to do so, the mother goes into her borderline characteristics that was afflicted upon her from her childhood. And since she never sought any type of spiritual cleansing or any type of help, she remains in that condition. Yet all the while, she thinks she's right. Hey, Benign, you know anyone that may be going through that? You know any relationships like that where the mother won't allow the daughter to break away from the home? She never allows her to grow up. Now, some women, they choose to be this way. They don't break off. But there are some that wants to break off, yet the mother's refusing to allow the daughter to ever be a woman. She's dictating her life as an adult, refusing to allow the daughter to break the umbilical cord, cut the umbilical cord.
Hey, shalom, family.
Shalom.
I don't really know any personal experience like that in terms of mother and daughter, but most definitely mother and son. I see that all the time. Kind of mother basically treats her son as a proverbial husband, really, and doesn't try to break away from him and let him, go off and do what he needs to do as a man. But most definitely this is needed because it's definitely prevalent, especially with the so-called black woman.
Yeah, they refer to that as a mama's boy. But
Right.
there's also something known as a mama's girl, or you often refer to it as daddy's girl. Some of these women, their fathers dictate their lives as well. So we're gonna go into it. Israel, C. Lopez, you got anything, brother? You know anyone in these situations that we're speaking to? Israel White.
Con,
You know anyone in the situations that we just mentioned here?
I know a few ops in this situation here.
Con. What about you, Elder David? You know anyone in the situation that we're speaking to right here? So, we want to say as you come in the room, go ahead and give a thumbs up. And, if this applies to you tonight, you really need to consider this. You really need to consider this situation. Are you guys getting feedback from me?
No, you're good.
All right. Because Ivy saying there's feedback. Maybe it's on your side, Ivy. Not sure. So, David, do you know anyone in this particular situation?
No, Kahan, but they have moved on. I've worked for the housing authority, and the mothers bring them daughters in when it's time for them to get their own place. And that was the weirdest relationship I ever seen between a mother and a daughter. And fortunately, I was working, but yeah, they are strained relationships.
All right, so we're gonna ask everyone to stay in the spirit tonight, man. Don't speak out of turn or whatever, man. So these precepts could come out the way that the Most High, wants it to be delivered. So that this situation, I know someone that's actually going through this situation right now, and I'm praying for them, and I'm praying that they develop the strength to be able to stand up to their parents and compel their parents to face their demons that they're dealing with. Because if you allow it, some parents will destroy your life. And I could give you a testimony of me being an individual that had a mom to try and do exactly just that, to attempt to dictate to me. So I had to draw a line and says, I've been raised once. I'm a man now. I don't need you to attempt to raise me again. I don't need you to be probing in my relationships. See, I tell my mom very little of which, transpiring in my life. And as far as my relationships, I never discussed that with my mom because I'm a man now. That's feminine energy. Any man that goes to his mom for some sort of advice, any man that goes to a female in general for some sort of advice, you're not a real man. That's something your father was supposed to teach you. Or if you didn't have your father in your life, the male figure. Because there's some men that didn't have their fathers in their life, but they still grew up to be men because they had other role model males that taught them to be a real man, which is a very distinct creature in this society, a real man. It's an endangered species, and there's very few left. Very few left. So we're gonna Shalom, Zebulon, Shalom, praise, Shalom, shockproof. It is not my intent to offend anyone with this message tonight, but it is my intent to try and entice those that may be undergoing this affliction to wake up and break free. Most High gave you a life, right? There's no relationship in this world that the Most High designed closer than a husband and wife. So we're going to start off with a man shall leave his father and his mother and become one with his spouse. Someone get that precept right there. Let's start with that. Let's start from the beginning. Where's Daryl Thornhill? It's been exceedingly difficult to get Daryl Thornhill on here. It's been slipping back, man. And this is what happened when brothers become individual lights, man. They start slipping. They don't come on around. You see them not come around one or two times, and the habit begins to develop. And so this is why it's important to be a part of a congregation so brothers could tell you, yo, man, you're starting to slip. This is about your salvation. It's not a game.
Come on. It's the book of Ephesians, chapter 5, verse 31. For this cause shall a man leave his father and mother, and shall be joined unto his wife, and they two shall be one flesh.
Right. So that came from the law in Genesis. What he's reading right there in the Tanakh, it came from the law in Genesis. So what that is saying is that someone get Genesis 2 and 24. Let's get it in the law, because all things point back to the Torah, to the law. So what the Most High is saying here is that you are to get out of your mother's and your father's house and to become one with your wife, one with your husband. That's what the Most High is saying here. But in order to do any of this, for the Most High to sanction your marriage, you have to be turned to the Most High. Let's get Genesis 2 and 24.
Book of Genesis, Bereshith, chapter 2, verse 24. Therefore shall a man leave his father and his mother, and shall cleave unto his wife, and they shall be one flesh.
So as we see, the Bible's written in a masculine form. So this is saying both the man and the woman, good brother Ali, shall leave his mother and his father's house and become one with his wife. They cannot become one, Ali, living apart. She can't be halfway across the globe and you're on the other side of the globe, and you say we're married. That's not marriage in the eyes of the Most High. The Most High said you are to leave your parents' house and you become one. Even if you're living in a one-room shack, you are to get out of your parents' house and you ought to become one with your spouse. This is a commandment, good brother Ali.
Your parents'
This is not an option.
You want to become one with your spouse.
Can you mute yourself, Durham? This is a commandment given by the Almighty. A commandment, not an option. So you want to become one. Now, in order for the Most High to sanction these marriages and these relationships, you have to first return, because we're all filthy rags. But in repentance, good brother Ali, we have to return to the Most High in repentance. We have to do what this book says if we want to make it in the kingdom. So from there, let's get the book of Jeremiah, chapter 4, verse 1. Jeremiah 4, verse 1.
On the book of Jeremiah, Jeremiah chapter 4, verse 1. If thou wilt return, O Israel, Yasha Allah, saith Yahuwah, return unto me. And if thou wilt put thine abominations out of my sight, then shalt thou not remove.
So the Most High said the only way he's going to accept you, if you got to put all these abominable things out of his sight. But the first thing you have to do is to return to him. You can't return to him halfway, Daryl Thornhill. You got to return to him all the way. Mashiach told us about that, Cleopas. He said if you lukewarm, you're going to be spit out of the mouth. So in layman's term, what he's really saying is either you're all right or you're not right at all. A woman talking back to her husband, there is no salvation for you. I know what Esau has taught you, but I can show you this verbatim in the Bible. And you do it because you're wicked. Your spirit is off. Yeah, you might be following a God, but you're not following the Most High of the Bible. Because if you was, you would do what he says. Read that again from the top, Yasha B.
Khan, the book of Jeremiah, Jeremiah chapter 4, verse 1. If thou wilt return, O Yasha Allah, Israel, saith Yahuwah, return unto me. And if thou wilt put away thine abominations out of my sight, then shalt thou not remove.
Read on.
Khan, verse 2. And thou shalt swear, the Supreme Elohim liveth in truth, in judgment, and in righteousness. and the nations shall bless themselves in him, and in him shall they glory.
Right. See, but the thing is, you don't know the Most High. Ali, I don't think you can hear me, man. If I were women really knew the Most High, you wouldn't be talking back to your husbands. You would obey him because your husband's like the Most High unto you. He's like the supreme Elohim over you. If you mothers knew the Most High, you're calling yourself Catholic, Baptist, Pentecost. If you knew the Most High, then you would do what he says. The problem is you don't know the Most High. Let's get Jeremiah 4:22. Let's jump down to the 22nd verse.
Come. Book of Jeremiah, chapter 4, verse 22. For my people is foolish. They have not known me. They are sottish children, and they have none understanding.
See, you think you know the Most High, but you don't. The Most High say you're foolish children. You haven't seen, you know a God, but you're worshiping an idol. Because if you was worshiping the Most High, you would do what this book says. As to you mothers, you daughters, you fathers, you would do what he says. He said, they have not known me. They're foolish. He said, you're like foolish children. So why you do what you want to do. You think you could do what you want to do when you want to do it. See, there's consequences for that. It's called judgment. Right? That's called judgment. And you will reap what you have sown. And if you sown wickedness, so shall you reap. So shall you reap. You're going to reap what you sow.
Do you want me to finish that out?
Yeah, go ahead.
They are wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge.
So you're quick. You're quick to do wickedness, creeping. You go out in the twilight when it gets dark, committing adultery. You're wise to do evil, but you don't want to do good. See, the Most High giving sisters a directive to obey their husbands. The Most High give mothers and fathers a directive to not to be too harsh on their children. Do not force them to sin. You claim to know the Most High, but you're serving Satan. Otherwise, you would do what he says. So the Most High got something for you, man. He said he's going to make the words in your mouth a fire, and you're going to be the wood. See, the words that I speak to you, they burn your behind up. This is why a lot of you don't like me, man. Because what is it coming from, David? It's coming from the Ruach HaKodesh, the set-apart spirit.
Come
That's why
on.
you don't like me, David. But it's not me that they hate. They really hate Mashiach. Because that's the spirit that I come in. I speak the truth, and you should know the truth, and the truth will make you free. Let's prove it. Let's get Jeremiah 5:14. He said, these words spoken, I will make my words in your mouth a fire. That's what the Spirit told me, Tazadaq, I'm going to make my words in your mouth a fire. And these people are going to be the wood. All you sinners, you're going to be the wood because you're going to burn in the destruction. You're nothing but missile food. Thermonuclear destruction. I know many of you don't believe that that's real. Because if you thought it was real, you wouldn't be sinning. You wouldn't be doing what you're doing. Most of these women wouldn't be out of pocket. You parents, you wouldn't be doing the things that you're doing. Trying to dictate your daughter's life. Let her grow up. trying to dictate moms are all in her son's air. He's a mama's boy. He can't even have a good relationship with his wife because mom is telling him what to do. And it's causing a lot of animosity between you and your wife. But you never grew up. You never cut the umbilical cord. And your mom is still calling you baby. Like you still on her damn breasts. Like what that damn rapper name? That's sick. I'll show you how sick society is, Ali. What's that rapper's name? Talking about he don't think there's any harm in him filling on his mom's butt and making her feel sexy. Our people don't lost their damn minds, man. They're like demons. Call himself a little something. Anyone know who I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know you're talking about this dude named Kodak Black.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I saw that.
He think Kodak Black say, yeah, I want to make my mom feel sexy. I don't think nothing's wrong with me, touching her. Man, you sick as hell. That's a demon right there. These people really are different, man. They really are different. It's wild crazy out here. That's wild crazy right there, Benaiah. He filling up his mom, man, like she's a stripper or someone he's about to lay, and he don't see nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I saw that
Sick
video.
of it,
This place is disgusting.
This is sick, man.
Okay.
Let's get that, man. Jeremiah 5:14.
Book of Jeremiah, Jeremiah chapter 5, verse 14. Wherefore, thus saith Supreme Elohim Yahuwah, because ye speak this word, behold, I will make my words in thy mouth fire, and this people wood, and it shall devour them.
See, this mouth that I speak is going to devour you. All of you that's making mockery, the Tazadaqs and all of this, the Malachis that come around. I didn't know who you were. It's funny you knew who I was, but then you badmouthed me. What did I try and do? Try and give you love. Try and give you love. But you're not going to be nothing but wood. Misufu. And the death that comes, that's going to be forever. Yeah, and you're going to burn, baby, burn. I know a lot. If you thought that this was real, you wouldn't be living like you're living. You would be unfair. You would be begging for forgiveness. But you're not. So now let's talk about how these moms, primarily the mothers, trying to run your daughter's life, won't let her live her life. She's 35, 37, 38. Still have to answer the mom. You're going to have to break that, man. Let's get the book of Matthew 10 and 35. See, the sword of the sword of the gospel is going to go forth tonight. And I don't give a darn who don't like it. Because I'm not here to be liked. You understand that, David? I don't care who it cuts.
Come
Speak the truth, man. The sword of the gospel is going forth. We forget about the God spell. This is the gospel.
You got it, Daryl?
Matthew 10 and 35.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 10, verse 35.
Yeah, someone get Micah 7, verse 6. Then someone get Matthew 10 and 21. Micah 7 and 6. Someone get Matthew 10 and 21. Go ahead, read what you got, Daryl.
For I am come to set a man at variance with his father.
Okay, stop for a second. So, but hold on a second, Daryl. You see the way that the Christian preachers tell it, they say Christ is coming back for peace. Oh, God is all love. God is all love. As long as you believe in Jesus, you can be saved. It's not what we're reading here. What we're reading here is he's coming back for division. What is he doing? He's continuing what was literally stated in the what they refer to as the Old Testament by the prophet Micah. The prophet Micah said the same exact thing, that he's coming for division. He's the great separator. There's no peace. And I tell you, man, a lot of you are not going to make it. See, you women, you right now, we're living in a feminist allegory, right? We're living in a feminist allegory where men want to be women. And they try and bring lawsuits on you if you won't call a man a woman. Well, sue me dead. Because I'm damn sure not calling you no women. I'm not calling you no miss or missus. I'm going to call you what you are. See, the Most High, he made male and female. And the only thing they could produce is a male or a female. And that's what it is. And that's what I'm going to abide by. And I'm going to exercise my rights given to me by my creator. I'm not going to conform to none of that foolishness. I'm not politically correct. There has to be a small remnant of men that's going to stand up and preach hard for Yahuwah. Otherwise, we're done, man. The preachers are already catering, man.
Come on. These so-called churches are infested with those type of sick-minded individuals running around up in those churches like that. They've been compromised.
Right. And I'm
About
glad
every
you
other
touched
person you see in the world, man, got a spirit on them, man. They got an unclean spirit. All kind of wickedness going on out here, man. If you're intelligent, man, you should be able to look down at your organ and determine what sex you are. I mean, you was born that way. That's not what the Most High is saying. Don't you know that wicked Joey is trying to get rid of the Bible? Saying we're going to have to get rid of things like the Bible that discriminate against the alternative lifestyles? If they ain't a damn demon, I don't know what is, man. And you Negroes voted for him.
King.
Yeah, and the Negro voted for him.
I believe the people are going to be held accountable for how they address the mentally possessed at the end of the day, because how you address the mentally possessed when you know exactly what's standing in front of you shows the type of alliance you have with your Creator. We know the Creator doesn't create an individual that, he only creates male and female. There's no difference. And men and female create more male and females. For someone to not sit up here and identify and call these people who they are, they're going to be held accountable of how they deal with the mentally possessed. That's a possession on an individual who looks between their legs and declare that their eyes deceive them. What kind of foolishness is that, brother? Welcome to the Babylonian American mindset. But it was prophesied, Doc. I thank you for bringing this to the light. This was prophesied that we would be going through this. This is just another modern day scenario of inhabitants of the mindset, Sodom and Gomorrah.
Cool.
Today they call them LGBTY community. Back then they used to call them inhabitants of Sodom and Gomorrah, simply.
Cool.
I digress.
Go ahead and read that Matthew 10:35.
For I am come to set a man at variance against his father, and the daughter against her mother, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law.
Okay, go ahead, read on.
And a man's foes shall be thy of his own household.
No, those of his own household.
And shall be they of his own household.
So, who's saying this? The Savior's saying this. Doesn't matter if you can't understand what Micah is saying. Someone get Micah 7:6. The Savior Mashiach is saying this. He said, I came to set variance between a father and his son, between a daughter and her mother. You got daughters and mother getting into fist fights now. You got mothers that are going to a daughter's bank account and think she could take it whatever she wants. And she live off of her daughter's lifestyle and think she's righteous.
Con, this is a book of
Because I'm your mom, I could do all of this to you. That's wicked, man. That is wicked. So at some point, man, I'm telling you, man, all of you that have these problems, you're going to have to cut the umbilical cord, and you have to do it now. Any of you under the sounds of my voice has actually been undergoing this. You have to do it now. You can't plan for it. You can't say you're going to do it tomorrow. You have to cut it now, or you're never going to do it. You're never going to do it, because later is an excuse to justify your actions, because it's been going on far too long. You have to do it now. Do it now. Mashiach just said those of your household would be your worst enemies. The people, see, you can have an enemy outside, Ali, but it's not even close to having someone being an enemy in your own house. Why? Because those closest to you, they study you, Ali. They know how you think. And they do things that would affect you more than anyone on the outside, because they know how you think. They know how to push your buttons. A man's worst enemies will be those of his own household. That means the man in the womb, man, because the Bible is written in a masculine form. So if you're undergoing these situations, you need to get out now. They know your weakness and they exploit you. They prey upon you. Then they make you feel guilty, Ali, by saying, oh, you choosing him over me. You choosing her over me. Your boy crazy. What are you talking about? That's my wife. That's your husband. The Bible said that there's no closer relationship. They went off and they lived their life, but their lives didn't go quite the way they wanted it to. Now they're trying to screw up your life because they screwed up theirs. And sometimes they'll tell you, Ali, well, you ain't nothing. You ain't gonna be nothing. You think you better than me. You ain't nothing. Your boy crazy. I heard it all, man.
Okay, Knock, I'm glad you let brothers know to exercise when they see that in their women, brother. Because if you don't call that out now, it will succumb to you. You will be subservient of that so-called feminine entity. You know, it's the same spirit that's been here. Like, it's nothing under the sun. It's just using a different vessel. So if your brothers see that in your women, take it upon, like Tazadaq say, this is a warning. It's time to cut it out, because this doesn't become cute over time anymore. It becomes more of an agitation, an allergic reaction. And if you're having that type of allergic reaction, you've got to sit up there and stand up for it. You know, say something, cut it out, correct her. Don't let her continue on to this, because this doesn't become cute. And it's written. The enemy shall come from within your household. How dare nobody say that this isn't relevant today? Those you love, you got to be very careful. Praise the Most High for T-Dot.
This is the book of Micah, chapter 7, verse 6. For the son dishonoreth the father. The daughter riseth up against her mother. The daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law.
See that? So this is the same thing Mashiach said. So Micah already said this thing's coming to pass. Okay, read on.
And a man's enemies are the men of his own house.
So your enemy is going to be those of your own household. That's a hell of an enemy right there, man. You can't even get peace in your own house. You got your parents trying to dictate to you. You got your husband or wife backstabbing you. I talked to a brother today, man. He got a baby with an Edomite. But she was putting him through the ringer, man. I'm not gonna put your name out there, brother. But she was putting him through the ringer. She attacked him, Ali. Then called 911. She ripped one of his dreads out. So he's trying to get away from her. You know, she's an Edomite. He grabbed one of her arms and left a bruise on her. She went and called 911 and said he choked on all that. Just made up a story. They put out a warrant for her. He called me, said, Tazadaq, what do I do? It's a brother, man. First of all, you need to stop, because she went and got a protective order against her. I said, you need to stop talking to her. But she's still calling him. She's done it before. It got thrown out because she broke it by calling him. Now she's doing it again. So first of all, brother, you need to stop answering the phone. Let me tell you something, man, that your father should have told you. If a woman ever called the damn cops on you, don't you ever be with that damn woman again. See, that's a weak Negro right there. Don't you ever. I'm telling any of you on the sounds of my voice, man. If any woman calls a damn cops on you, man, that woman don't love you, man. Because guess how they came, Daryl? The brothers say they came with AR-15s and all of that. Because their dad was a retired cop. So they ain't send just a regular cop. They sent dudes over there in plain clothes with AR-15s and all of that.
Yeah, they come to kill.
Praise the Most High, he wasn't dead.
For real.
They're looking for blood, like bloodhounds.
I'm going to tell you, man, any woman that does that to you, she don't care about you, man. That means you're nothing. If a woman's do it or even threaten to do it, don't you ever forget that, man. Don't you ever forget that. Because that's what she's doing. You hear these people laughing? That's what she's doing in the background to her friends. That fool, I call the cops on him. He's still with me.
They think it's a
game. You have to take her back, man. Because you're setting yourself up for failure. Because it's going to get worse. Those situations don't get better. They get worse. You get the heck away from her, man. Get the heck away from her.
Not only do they not think about the man's life, they don't think about the child's life or the daughter or son's life.
Come. So from there, did you finish out that mic out, Daryl?
Done.
From there, let's get Matthew 10 and 21. So parents, you have to stay out of your grown. Now, some of these, this is what's crazy, my good brother Ali. Many of these people that the parents are dictating their lives are adults and they have children. How you telling your adult? You're trying to look at them still like they're a child. But partially to blame is your adult children themselves. Because they have not matured enough to know that, listen, I got to break this. This is going to destroy my life. So all of you with this problem, you are going to be compelled to decide tonight, not later, not tomorrow, but tonight, that I got to end this. I cannot go forward like this.
God. Book of Matthew, chapter 10, verse 21. And the brother shall deliver up the brother to death, and the father the child, and the children shall rise up against their parents and cause them to be put to death.
You see that? This is turmoil. A lot of you are experiencing this right now. You can't do anything. Your mom, don't you know, I know brothers, man, that their mom called the cops on them and got them locked up and had no remorse about it. Their mothers literally called and got them locked up and say, well, I feel it's better that he be locked up than be out here. Do you know what you just did to that man?
What?
Yeah. I know some brothers, a brother saw on this call that the mom did that, man. You can't come back from that, man. You can't come back from that. See, that's how in compliance a lot of these women are with this system. This is what the Bible says: of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die. When she can't get her way, sometimes she'll call up the ex-husband and get him to go against you also. She's already bitter that she's alone. She wants to ruin your life. See, a lot of these parents, they don't want you to be better than them. They don't want to see you successful. They don't want you to have a happy marriage because theirs either fell or they never been married. They don't want you to outdo me. You can't outdo me. What, you think you better than me? That's their sick thinking. See, you should want your child to stand upon your shoulders and grow, not to keep he or she stagnated. That's just hate, and it's sick. From there, let's get the book of Luke 12 and 53. Luke 12 and 53. And someone get Matthew 24, verse 10. Luke 12 and 53. Matthew 24, verse 10.
Book of Luke, chapter 12, verse 53. The father shall be divided against the son, and the son against the father, the mother against the daughter, and the daughter against the mother-in-law against her daughter-in-law, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law.
See, this is not just in the Bible for conjecture. It's going on right now. It's occurring right now as we speak. Someone's life is being made miserable, horribly miserable, because their parents won't stay out of their friggin' life. So at a certain point, man, I'm going to tell you, man, the Bible tells you to honor your mother and father, but it doesn't tell you to be a fool to them. At some point, which is now, you have to break that, man. You got to break away from it. Because some of you, you're about, you love your spouse, but your spouse is only going to tolerate so much. It's only fair. So some of you, you're on the brink of losing the love of your life. You could otherwise have a good relationship, but you can't keep your parents out of your marriage. They're ruining it. They're ruining it.
God, this is the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 10. And then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another.
See that? That's what's going on. They hate me right now. Y'all see that? How they hate me? Look, I don't know where Tazadaq put what he put in the room. Well, what inspired that? Oh, nigga, you narcissistic and everybody hates you. Look at where Roger at. You entitled to that opinion? Sounds like you speaking, and this is what I don't really get about people, man. When people, people that have issues, when they have an issue, they want to lure everyone in, right? They want to lure they can't speak as an individual. They start to use words like everyone, always, and exaggerations. You want that to be inclusive of everyone. It's like you're delusional. So I'm seeing this guy, and I'm letting him rock. He's been posting this since it was cold. He's sending things to the group text. Money Monster, Tazadaq, why is Tazadaq doing this, man? That's disrespectful. I said, I don't know, man. I don't even want to talk about it. Just let him rock, man. It'll play itself out. And he kept coming on. I'm letting him come on the platform. He posting in my room to scorn black men. Knowing that I told people not to do this. This is not a free advertisement thing, man. Utterly disrespectful. I ate it. Out of brotherly love, I ate it. So then Israel called them out the other day. Why are you sending this out? You didn't even carbon copy the Quran on it. but you're sending it to all other Tazadaq members. I mean, that really suggests a lot about your personality. I don't really have to say anything. You shall be hated. And that's what's going on. What we're reading right there. Read on. Finish that precept out.
That was another sound from a soundboard.
God, Matthew 24:10. I finished out with this is verse 11. And many false prophets shall rise.
No, let's get on that. Let's get on that. Let's go back to Matthew 10 and 35, man. Read it again. Matthew 10 and 35. We need to go back into this, man. Matthew 10 and 35.
God,
I hope mothers are listening and fathers are listening that's guilty of this stuff.
God, in the book of Matthew, chapter 10, verse 35. For I am come to set a man at variance against his father, and the daughter against her mother, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law.
Hey, shalom, Chanel, Danielle. How you been? Is everything going on all right with you, Chanel? Probably should talk to some of the sisters, man. My spirit always tell me when something's not right, man. Always. I'm never wrong. Never. So the scriptures say mother's going to be against daughter, father against son, in-laws against, their in-laws. See, Mashiach quotes again Micah 7 and 6. See, when the prophet spoke, he was stating the way things had become in the land of the people of the Most High. They became exceedingly wicked. So it is today. Some of you, I'm talking to someone right now. You know who I'm talking to. You got to get control of that situation. See, it was the state of things, right? No one was good. And so no one could be trusted. So it is today. I'm thinking I could trust people. I can't trust nobody. Every time I trust someone, Daryl, I get a dagger in my back. I get a dagger, man. This is how it was during the time of Micah. You couldn't trust no one. No one was good, so no one could be trusted. So it seems like a Mashiach uses the words that Micah used in a slightly different manner. Well, Mashiach is saying, he's saying he would turn some hearts good. But that will put them at odds with members of their own household who do not want to hold on to the faith and are still in their unrighteousness. See, a lot of you can relate to what I'm saying right now because you're in a household just like that. You're trying to teach them about the truth. You're trying to every Tuesday, you're trying, hey, why don't you tune in to T-Dot Bible study? They say, why that guy's so angry? They trying to come up with all kind of excuses. What is that? Is that a cult?
For real.
All kind of excuses. You're trying hard to get him to listen to what he said. It says it in the Bible, cry aloud. What you mean why he's so angry? He ain't angry. That's passion. Nah, I don't want to listen to that, man. I love my Jesus. See, they come up with all kind of excuses not to hear the message. Why? Because it's not written in their heart. It may not be for them. See, it may not be for you. They create all sorts of excuses. See, the intensity of the opposition will vary from household. Some of you right now, you can't even go nowhere. Your parents are stalking you, terrorizing you. Some of these parents will get physical with adults. I know what I'm talking about. And that's crazy. So through the intensity of the opposition, you're trying to live right. your parents still want to live in sin, or someone else in your household want to live in sin, the divide will be distinct. Because you're trying to, why you got that rag on your head? My son's mom, right? When I first entered, every woman that I was with, I always introduced them to the truth. I never was with a woman that was already in the truth. I'm trying to save souls out here. Which one of my good deeds do you stone me for? And you know what the family members are saying? Trying to make them feel degenerate. Well, you got that rag on your head. What do you mean it's a rag? It's a covering. Why you got weave in your head?
Exactly.
Why is it fried, dyed, and laid to the side? You got a permanent, really should call it a temporary. Now you call it a relaxer, and it's all laid to the side. But it goes right back to its nappiness. Give it some time. Well, see, that's what you should be asking. Why are you bullheaded? Why is the curse of Yasha on you?
Come on.
Your hair is this long. The average Israelite man could grow his hair way longer than the average. And you can't even call me a liar, Benai. The average Israelite woman. She try and grow her hair, she might get a little fro and don't really go no longer.
Nope.
That's that curse. The hair is this long, man. It's a curse of the Most High, man. See, a Mashiach has a claim on his people. And this claim that he has on his people is circumvent family ties, right? Blood is thicker than water, you say, Tazadaq. But I'm going to hit you with something. The blood of Hamashiach is the thickest. You understand? That's the thickest. His ways are so thoroughly different from the ways of the world. This is why a lot of you don't like me. You don't understand me, man. But remember, they didn't like Mashiach. Now, did they, David? They didn't like him. Tell the truth, David. You know they didn't like him. They was always seeking for reasons to stone him, always trying to prove him wrong. Well, I'm walking in that same path. So I think I'm keeping good company. That makes me think I'm doing, when they come after me, I'm in good company. What did he say, David? If the world hated you, know that it hated me first.
Gone.
That's not what the book say, David?
It is written.
Let's get that. John 15 and 18. Yachanan 15 and 18. See, his ways are so thoroughly different from the ways of the world. And the light is so thoroughly opposite of the dark. See, the reason your family can't relate to you is they're still walking in darkness. A triple stage of darkness. The light is different. And if a man or a woman does not appear distinct from even their non-Israelite or Christian family members, then they will want to question their beliefs or their own behavior. It should be very clear, abundantly clear to all true believers in this world who truly follows the Savior. I'm going to tell you something, man. Most of you that say that you do, you don't. Because if you followed him, you would do what he said. If you loved him, you would do what he said. If you women loved him, you would shut your mouth and obey your husband. Ain't no salvation for you, man. You're going to reap what you sow. You know, I fast and I pray to see that day come to pass, man. This is not no Edomite Jesus. This is Hamashiach, man. He's come for division. He's come to separate. You understand that? He's come to separate. He's the great separator. He said, I come to set variance between a father and his son. You ain't gonna like that too much, huh? Sons and fathers fight. Mother and daughter can't get along. Mom trying to dictate to her daughter. Daughter said, I love him. I want to be. You're crazy. You're spending too much. How the hell are you dictating to a grown woman? You gotta cut that umbilical cord, man. Cut that umbilical cord. They'll get over it. I'm not telling you to disrespect your mother. I'm not telling you to disrespect your father. But you got to get the hell away from that, man. You got to live your life. They're ruining your life, man. All of you under the sounds of my voice that's undergoing these situations, they will ruin your life. And you're going to hate them for it in the end. You're going to hate them for it. And there's people out there like that because they're sick. They have some sort of personality disorder. They want to live through their children. See?
God, this is the book of John.
Jonathan Ray said, see that? The brothers testifying and said, this has truly been his life. This lesson right here. So that means his parents are running. Get out of there, brother. Stand up, be a man, and get out of there. It's time to man up, brothers. Gird up your loins. And you're going to have to tell them, listen, I love you, but I cannot continue to allow you to dictate to me. I am a man now. And I'm going to hit you something, man. A lot of these parents, they will give you something only to be in control of you. Especially if you're not where you need to be in life. That's, oh, yeah, hey, honey, I got you some tickets to go on a cruise. You think just you and your husband going. Mom's going too. And she's going to ruin that whole damn cruise. Who wants their mom on a cruise with them, man? You're going on your wife, man.
Wow.
That thing's ruined, man. She's going to be talking to her daughter the entire while. You want to act like you from Rome, so you want to be romantic. I'm not romantic. I'm not from Rome. I'm Israel-lantic. You understand what I'm talking about? I'm not romantic. So don't expect me to be romantic with flowers and all of that.
Here, here.
Straight up and down, man. So go ahead, read what you got, King.
God, this is the book of John, chapter 15, verse 18. If the world hates you, ye know that it hated me before it hated you.
See, they can hate me. Thank you. Thank you, Zera. Thank you, Malachi. Thank you, Bruce Morgan. Thank you. What's that other guy? Keyshawn? What's that dude's name? Yasha. When we got fly with me, the Most High threw a truck, threw a wheel. The wheel came off of his tire. He threatened me. The Most High made the wheel come off of his tire and went through his windshield and almost killed him.
Con.
While he was going down the highway. Now imagine that. How does that happen, Daryl? You driving in the highway in a tractor trailer, the wheel comes off of your tire and it comes inside of the vehicle. Bust the window and almost kill you.
Yeah, I remember when you brought that out.
I mean, I don't even know how that works just from a physics standpoint. How does that even?
See, that's the Most High right there trying to get that boy warning about something.
Yeah, Kinshard. Kinshard is what his name was.
Yeah, Kinshard. It's
you
been
got
a while.
The William, you got the T-Doc for life, William Butlers, all that. You show mad love to him too, trying to put him on.
Con.
Hey.
He was in it for commerce. Again and again, man. Then you got the guy Dirac.
Oh yeah. He was in it heavy.
Yeah.
This man, audience, transformed his whole persona. If I've ever seen a demonic possession, that was it right before my ears on the meeting. Sounded like he wouldn't hurt a kitten until he got on with the brothers and was forced to confront the Kahan. And I'm gonna tell you, the Kahan handled it beautifully, way better. I mean, this dude, yelling. He turned his voice into something else that like, I've never even heard before. Never even heard before.
Mm.
It was the craziest thing to this day that I've ever experienced.
His demons start coming out.
And the Kahan was doing nothing but showing love. He said, "You want an apology? Forgive me." What can he do? This guy accepted nothing, and the Kahan was just trying to show love, trying to retain a brother. He ain't want it. He couldn't stay around no more because he let his demons overtake him. Got the brother out of jail. Spent,
What did he say, Yasha? That was nothing.
Yeah, gave him
He said
free
that was nothing.
merchandise,
Okay,
free
right
books.
that.
This guy was down, like he wasn't working. He was down and out, man. Depending on this woman, and the more it seemed like the Kahan was trying to bring him up, I guess secretly, the more envious he became. Because you got brothers coaching, calling in other states, trying to get him out of jail. He gets out of jail, he gets a little correct, not even nothing major, but a little correction about how it seemed like his woman,
Right.
his wife, didn't seem concerned about getting him out of jail. Like, that was crazy. It was. I still can't. But it just lets me know on how far some people will go to harbor and hold hate and still try to take advantage of you at the same time. He should have just left a long time ago, versus keeping that in like that. Then try to call all the brothers individually and say goodbye. Like, he was never kicked out, but he tried to play like just like as if the Kahan was crazy, and we all copied in on the emails, so we are witness and we see what's what. So we can't really pull the wool over nobody's eyes except for those that were already like him. I'll tell you that much. And they went shortly thereafter too. That's a lot.
So essentially, true believers will hate what the world loves and love what the world hates, because they're just the opposite of us, right? We no longer walk as we once did in darkness. Let's get Ephesians 4:17. See, if your parents are walking in darkness, you can't walk with them. You can try and teach them this, but you can't walk with them. Scripture said, can two walk together except they agree?
Come, this is the book of Ephesians, chapter 4, verse 17. This I say, therefore, and testify in the Most High, that ye henceforth walk not as other Gentiles walk, in the vanity of their mind.
Read on.
Having the understanding darkened, being alienated from the life of Yahuwah, of Yahuwah, through the ignorance that is in them, because of the blindness of their heart.
See, they're blind. That's why this is why your parents are treating you how they're treating you, because they're blind. They're in gross darkness. They're blind because Satan has a hold of them. So they're blind. And so they're surprised that you don't join them in their reckless lifestyle, in their wickedness, in their wild living. And they heap abuse on you. But that's all prophesied. Let's get 1 Peter 4, verse 3-4. See, they're heaping abuse on you. They're abusing you. They're throwing cell phones in your face. They're taking money out of your account. They're using you. That's not love. That's abuse. Call it what it is. And any of you are undergoing these circumstances. A lot of parents just want you around. They make you feel guilty. They say, I took care of you when you was a child. Now you take care of me. Yeah, well, I didn't ask to be born. Then they'll make you feel guilty about it.
This is the book of 1 Peter, chapter 4, verse 3. For the time past of our life may suffice us to have wrought the will of the Gentiles, when we walked in lasciviousness, lust, excess of wine, revelings, banquetings, and abominable idolatries, wherein that they think it strange that ye run not with them to the same excess of riot, speaking evil of you.
The Mashiach says that woe to, he said, destruction to those that all men speak well of. Let's get that. Luke 6:26.
The book of Luke, chapter 6, verse 26. Woe unto you when all men shall speak well of you, for so did their fathers to the false prophets.
See that? And they speak well of you, but what are you really doing? He said destruction to you when all men, because someone's not going to speak well of you. And they're definitely not speaking well of me, man, because that means you're lying. That means you acting, man. That's too good to be true, Ali. Everybody speak. Yeah, that's a good brother right there. Well, what makes him good? What did he do? Most people that do things, man, what I'm learning, they do it with a hidden agenda.
Khan, every time it seems like. Every time.
You take your parents, they've been treating you like crap. Shalom, Romeo. Your parents be treating you like crap when they want to pull the wool over your eyes. They say, oh, thank you, baby, for taking me to work. You better wise up, people. I'm not telling you to hate your parents, but any of you undergoing these situations that we're talking about tonight, they're dictating your life. They don't want you to grow up. They don't want you to make your own decisions. You got to get away from that situation. Now, we've read the scriptures. You're supposed to leave your mother and father and become one with your spouse. That's an order. That is a commandment. Now, who are you going to obey? Your parents or the Most High? That's the question. Who do you fear? Your parents of the Most High? It's nothing but a con, man. You were absolutely right, Ali. It's nothing but a con. So Christ said he's not coming for peace. He's bringing a sword. Think not that I come to shed peace on the earth, but nay, a sword. He's bringing a sword, man. See, in these last days, you're going to have to stand up to your mother. Stand up to your father. Some of you, they may tell you that is radical. But if they're dictating your lives, it's necessary. It's necessary.
Kind of had a precept.
Let's get 2 Timothy's 2 and 3. See what Ivy's saying there. What were you saying, Daryl?
I just had a precept.
Bring it up.
This is the book of Mark, chapter 3, verse 25. And if a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand.
Come. So, I mean, your parents going against you, your spouse going to get, the house is going to be destroyed, man. And you're going to be destroyed with it. Save you, get out of there.
The book of 2 Timothy, chapter 2, verse 3. Though therefore, thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Mashiach Yahuwah.
Okay, so let me explain that to Ivy. That doesn't mean that you accept the abuse of your parents or anyone abusing you for that matter. Therefore, as a soldier of the Most High, right? That doesn't mean you accept abuse from anyone. It says to endure hardness for the soldier of the Most High. You're trying to live as righteous as possible. You abstain from sin. This is not telling you to accept abuse. You don't have to accept abuse. That's not what the scripture is saying. To endure hardness is doing right when you don't want to do it. It's not going and hang out with Shanae and them. It's not committing adultery. It's not smoking a spliff. That's enduring hardness, long suffering. You're not doing what you used to do anymore. But it doesn't mean that you allow anyone to abuse you. See, that's the Christian church poisoning folks' minds, man, with garbage. I'm going to call it exactly what it is, garbage. Did you finish that out, Yasha Bean?
I did.
Endure hardness does not mean.
At what point should one be obedient to one's parents? And at what point does one break away from the parents? I think we've went over that.
But who put that in the room? Romeo? Let's get Ephesians 6 and 4, man. I got to drive this thing home here. Because let's get Ephesians 6, verse 4.
Book of Ephesians, chapter 6, verse 4. And ye fathers, provoke not your children to wrath.
Okay, so the scriptures is warning your fathers. Don't be too hard on your children to cause them to sin. Do not push them away in court because guess what? Their sin is going to be on your hands. So it's not just talking about the fathers, it's talking about the mothers also. Driving your children to sin for being too hard on them. Go ahead, read on.
But bring them up in the nurture and admonition of Yahuwah.
So they're supposed to be raising you in the scriptures. Is what your parents telling you to do in the scriptures? Is it rooted in the law? If not, you don't have to obey that. You show them in the law. That's not what the law says. They will drive you away. They will drive you away. You can't be around them. Listen, man. Mashiach told you, man. To those of you that's not getting this, he said, I come to separate. Well, what I gotta go and get that precept? When he said to set variance, that means he's going to separate the mother from the daughter. Someone give me the book of Amos 3 and 2. You can't walk with them, man, if they're not walking in the truth. I know this is going to hurt a lot of people, but it's true.
Book of Amos, chapter 3, verse 2. You only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquities. Verse 3. Can two walk together except they be agreed?
Right. You can't walk with your mother if she don't agree with this truth. You can't walk with your father if he doesn't agree with this. I'm not telling you to disrespect them, but you cannot walk with them. You're going to have to limit your contact with them. That's what the Most High is saying. You're going to have to divorce your mother. You're going to have to divorce your toxic father. You have to work on healing, man, because they've injured you. You might struggle with guilt and shame. You will probably feel isolated and misunderstood. But you're going to have to overcome it. That's the only way to break it. You're going to have to mourn your losses. You may waver into a crisis, but you have to break it. All of you under the sound of my voice that have this problem, you have to break it, and you have to break it now. Stop making excuses up for later. It's not going to get better. It gets worse.
Come on. I had something similar take place when I was in 18, 19, and they end up coming back. More so now that I know what's written in the scriptures, and that's why it takes place. Any relationship that you give up due to these laws, statutes, and commandments, the Most High gives them back to you, 100-fold. If not now, then the thereafter. But definitely now.
Let's get Colossians. I'm going to post a link right now, Clean. Let's get Colossians 3:21. It's written here again, and it's written here for a reason.
The book of Colossians, chapter 3, verse 21. Fathers, provoke not your children to anger, lest they be discouraged.
See that? You're discouraging them, man. So the scriptures is warning again and again. So if your parents is doing this, you got to get away. You got to get away from them. Can two walk together except they agree? Whatever before, man, a house divided by itself against itself cannot stand. It can't stand. The link's in the room, Clean. You got to break away from all this nonsense, man. Let's get Exodus 12:26 and 27. You're supposed to be teaching your children the law. If your parents didn't do that, matter of fact, drop that. We don't need that. We don't need that. What we need is they were supposed to train you up. Let's get Proverbs 22:6. They were supposed to train you up when you was a child. It's too late to teach an adult now. That's not their responsibility now. You are to teach your children.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 22, verse 6. Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it.
Come. That's what it is, man. Shalom. What's going on, Clay? Go ahead, Remy.
Shalom, clean light.
Clean like linen. Go ahead. Can't hear you.
You hear me?
Can hear you now.
Shalom, shalom. Yeah, I was just listening to what you were saying about, having the family go against you when you're in this truth, man. I mean, the scripture speaks for itself, it's the Most High, the Mashiach. He came here and he told you that, your family's going to come against you when you're in this truth. His own family came against him when he's in this, for what he stood for the Father, you know what I'm saying? So if he had to go through that, what makes you think you're not going to go through that, tenfold, 20-fold, 1,000-fold, you know what I'm saying? You're going to go through even worse because, he was the one that had the ultimate sacrifice for us, man. And I feel like, when it comes to this truth, man, how my stance on this, man, like, the woman she's weak to this truth, man. She's weak because I mean, the basically, in Revelation, the coming kingdom is made for men. it's not made to cater to the woman, man. You know what I'm saying? Women are gonna have their place in the kingdom to where they're gonna have, everlasting happiness and everlasting joy in paradise, but they're gonna be under the rule of righteous men. It ain't gonna be what's going on in this world right now, where they're able to do whatever the hell they want to do with no consequences. And that's why I feel like women, they gravitate to this place even more, because basically this place has two different laws. You know what I'm saying? Which is the Most High law is eternal. It's never gonna change. It's gonna be how it is from beginning to the end and everlasting, right? But we live in a place where it has a man's law, and see, that's what the woman is scared of man's law, because when man's law, basically, if you do the crime, you do the time. You get caught, you're gonna do the time right away. It ain't gonna be a waiting period like the Most High has for the law that's in the scriptures. You know what I'm saying? The Most High says that, just because, see, the wicked, they do wickedly, thinking that it's not gonna be a judgment for them because it's not expediently. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't come fast. But see, what y'all don't understand, all you nigglets and all you wicked ass women out here, man, that when the time comes, when the Lord brings judgment on this earth, man, it's gonna be for eternal, man. It's gonna be forever. You're not gonna get out of it's not gonna be no 20, 25 years and you out on probation. It's gonna be forever, man. It says in Revelation, man, that the ones that partake in the first resurrection, blessed are they, man, because they didn't suffer the second death, man. The second death is forever, man. The Most High is not a liar, man. You're gonna suffer forever for this, man. There ain't gonna be no getting out, man. And see, they think this, the Most High is not, he's merciful. He's gonna let you, and it's not gonna be forever. It's gonna be forever, man. The Most High is not to be mocked, man. You know what I'm saying? He gives you this life, this chance to do right, and he gives you the manual, man. The scriptures is the manual on how to live everlasting, how to live in peace and joy. And he's gonna give you tests. He's gonna have tests come in your life. He's gonna have obstacles come in your life to test, to see what kind of person you are, to see if you are a man or a woman of honor and of peace and of prosperity. You know what I'm saying? And see, you men, y'all look at this world and then look at the material things, and y'all come into that type of mind frame to where you only gonna live for now. You don't really know what's gonna happen. You don't know. No, the scriptures don't lie, man. The Most High has to bring judgment on this place because this place is wicked, man. The angels are constantly watching this place and reporting back to the Messiah every day. Every morning, says in the scriptures that every morning the Most High brings judgment on this earth, man. The Most High is furious with this earth, man. He is furious with man. He's furious with you woman, man. He can't. The Messiah is waiting on the throne. He can't wait to put on them garments of war, man. He can't wait to give revenge for what's been done to him and his saints and his apostles, man, and all the men that came here and died and sacrificed their life for this word, for the Father, man. He can't wait to bring this war to this place, man. And you wicked ass nigglets, man. Like, y'all out here wanting to be wicked and not get in the order, man. No, man. The righteous men is gonna be in order in the kingdom. Ain't gonna be no step. I keep on telling about people, man. In the kingdom ain't gonna be no stepfathers, bro. I'm sorry to tell you that, man. Ain't gonna be no step, because it's gonna be order, man. Ain't no woman gonna be having multiple fathers, man, multiple baby daddies, man. That's out, man. That's out. That's not happening. It ain't gonna be none of that, man. Because that's confusion, bro. That's confusion, man. Now, like, I'm not gonna say that women that have became widows don't get to deserve to have another husband. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that women that's willingly leaving their father, their children, leaving their husbands, and trying to find another man to latch onto their family that they made with somebody else, man. That's not happening in the kingdom, bro. That's not gonna be there. It's gonna be righteousness, man, and that's not righteous. It says in the Wisdom of Solomon in the Apocrypha that a woman that brings another hair from another man, that's gonna be a woman that's gonna be ungodly above all. So basically, he's telling you right there, man. All these women out here, and y'all hate to hear it, man. But I'm gonna tell you though, y'all hate to hear it, but I'm gonna tell you though, man. All you women outside right now that has most baby fathers, man, most baby daddies, all that stuff, man, y'all are gonna suffer vengeance on that, man. It's gonna be vengeance for that, man. You're gonna be ungodly above all. So what do the Most High do to an ungodly person, man? He destroys you, man. Your presence doesn't need to be. Your presence doesn't need to be around anymore. You don't need to be existing anymore because you ungodly in his eyes, man. Because it's wrong, man. And I know you people feel that in your spirit, man. I know you wicked women feel that in your spirit when you got all these baby fathers, man. You know it's wrong, man. But you keep doing it because you know why? Because there's no judgment being put on you on the spot. That's why in the Old Testament, man, when you committed adultery, you be put to death on the spot, man. You don't get time to think about what you've done and try to say sorry. That doesn't happen, man. You get put to death in front of everybody because it tells you right there so that wickedness won't spread throughout the camp, man. That wickedness won't spread throughout the tribe, man. It need to be nipped in the butt right there and there. But see, you know, we get the mercy and the grace to do these things and try to fix them through the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Only through the Most High. You can't. He tells you that when you do this, when he told that woman that had all on wives, he said that don't sin anymore. Like he didn't tell her to, oh yeah, you can have another sin, you can do it again and go find another. No, he said don't sin anymore. Don't commit adultery no more. Because if you commit adultery again, you're done. You're cut off. But see, you women you don't have judgment here. The white man doesn't judge you for having. He gives you child support. He gives you alimony. He gives you Section 8. He gives you vouchers.
He used her to destroy us, man. That's what he does.
You know, and since y'all have all these abilities to get all these things that men have to work hard for, because men can't. We don't get these vouchers. We don't get these abilities to take women's money out their pocket, man. That we have to work hard for what we have to get in this world. You know what I'm saying? But y'all don't. And since y'all don't have to do that, y'all take advantage of the opportunity that this white devil gives you in this world, man. But see, y'all don't understand. This is for right now. He's giving you. See, look, the scripture said we told John that, you know, you're gonna put the swallow the whole roll up, right? And it's gonna be sweet in your mouth, but bitter in your stomach. You know what I'm saying? See, right now it's sweet to y'all that y'all get to have all these things.
But you know what, Queen? Jake is gonna have to wise up and start to go outside of his nation because Eve is so damn wicked. See, Jake got to give us some competition, man. That's what he needs to do. And the men of the other nations, they don't want Eve for nothing but a damn dish bag or a sperm bank. That's it.
Yep. And I was watching some documentaries, a new movie. If you got like a thing where you can watch these new movies that they're not putting out in movie theaters, but it's something called Buck Breaking. I was watching called Buck Breaking, right? And it's like a documentary about the beginning of how from back then that these white devils been experimenting on how to break the black man and make him effeminate and make him soft and make him vulnerable and make him not want to, you know, speak up for himself and fight for himself and fight for his family. And it was showing how like the white man's been perverted since the Caucasus Mountains, man. You know what I'm saying? They've been perverted. And what they did is pervert you women's minds into thinking that it's okay to do this to your man, man, and follow this man into your destruction, man. Because that's what it's gonna be. When the Most High arrives on the scene and breaks them clouds, man, it ain't no lullaby, ain't gonna be no kumbaya, man. Ain't gonna be no marshmallows over the open fire, man. You gonna be marshmallow over the open fire, man. You gonna be roasting. That's what's going to see. Y'all understand, man. The Most High is setting up his movie to be the glorious movie ending you ever going to see in your entire existence, man. He's setting up all the pieces together to bring this wicked ground to dust, man, and fire, man. Because that's what it deserves for this place, man. Like all the blood that's been shed on this land, all the stolen people that's been killed for this land, and y'all want to steal and see the thing about the woman. You know what I hear about women sometimes, man? They always talking about, oh yeah, you know, I want to get this, I want to buy a house and this for my. Listen, I get it. You know what I'm saying? You want the nice things and stuff like, but this place is not going to last forever, man.
But she don't want to shut her damn mouth, Clean. I'm talking about the Negro woman, and that's not the word I want to use, man. The Negro woman, man. I'm gonna tell you, man. I damn near hate the Negro woman, man, because they scream all over, man. I'm dead ass serious, man. You go into a damn store, they don't respect you. I hate the damn Negro woman, man. She always got a damn attitude, man. Nobody wants to be around that damn demon, man.
Con,
She's a damn
con,
demon, man.
con,
She run her damn mouth too much.
It's real.
con, con. You can't buy nothing by her making a face. You come in there, you know you looking decent, you looking like you about something. She make a face with you like, what this who this holistic man think he is? You know what I'm saying? That's what they look at you like that. You can't look clean and decent in front of a so-called black woman at work, man. She think you scamming or you robbing. You know what I'm saying? You doing something that's wrong. You can't look like you about something in front of her, man, because that's the problem, man. The so-called black man has become the epitome of doing wrong, man. We're supposed to be the epitome of doing righteousness, man. That's we supposed to be we're supposed to be leading everybody else into doing righteousness. That's what we was made for. When he made the other Adam, not the Adam that he made in the other chapter, talking about the other Adam that he put in put the tiller ground, that named all the animals that the Eve came from the rib, man. The Adam is supposed to be leading all the other races into the righteousness, man. We supposed to be the epitome of doing what's good on this earth, man. And we become the epitome of doing wrong. Look at all the rappers, man. Talking about committing adultery in every wrong. Shooting your brother down. Robbing your bro. Throwing gang up, gang for the gang. Smoking weed all day. You know what I'm saying? Getting high all day, right? Being demons, man. You know what I'm saying? This is what we represent now. Like I just seen some on Instagram. There's some two little Jewish boys, man. They Jewish, man. Talk about how their nose is shaped, right? Talking about I'm an island boy. Crazy hairstyle, tattoos all
Yeah,
over their face, man.
I saw
This is,
that.
but this is how Jake looked, though. You know what I'm saying? This is how
Right,
Jake.
right.
They want to be like us, but they want to be like us in a bad way, man. In this world, man. And this is what the Most High hates in us, man. He hates the way that we represent him. Because he's a so-called black man just like us, man. Y'all forgetting that. Y'all forgetting who he was when he was on this earth, man. He looked just like you. You know what I'm saying? And y'all forgetting, so-called black men is forgetting what's his purpose is on this earth, man. And this is why we never going to come up to being who we should be in this earth. That's why the Most High has to come back and destroy this place, man. He can't heal this place. He has to destroy it first, man. We supposed to be doing the healing right now. This circle right now supposed to be doing the healing right now. You're supposed to be healing people right now, man. You know what I'm saying? So they brothers like people like Tazadaq and all these people that came on Tazadaq's channel and started being in they bag and they feelings and stuff like that, man. You don't need them type of energy around like that, man. Cause that energy is poison, bro. Like that the thing that they mandating around the whole world, that's poison, man. You putting that in your bloodstream, man. It's gonna hurt the whole body, man. So I just wanted to speak my mind. I probably have a little bit more if you don't get off, but I don't want to take the whole channel. You know what I'm saying? This is not my channel. This is this not mine. I don't even have a channel, bro. I think the Kahan for even letting me even speak on this platform to get out what I have to say about this world, man. Because I live in there every day, man. I'm disappointed in myself because I wish I knew this truth way earlier in my life. I would have made all the decisions I made that was wrong. And I'm disappointed in, how our woman is just so corrupted, man. She is corrupted, man, to the core, man. And every daughter that you see being raised, man, most of every daughter out here they don't have a righteous man like the man on this channel, man, that's trying to be righteous and stuff like that and try to follow this word. She is going to end up just like all these other women out here with no control over themselves, man, and wanting to be like Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion and all these wicked ass women, man, that you see on Instagram, man, shaking their ass, man. You can't even go there. You can't even go down a timeline on IG where I was seeing some girl shake her ass, man. That's just this is what the world is about, man.
Come on.
Yeah, man. I just had enough to eat, man. For real, man. I was on the phone. Today trying to make a deal on clothing, man. And so this Edomite, she gave me a number of some chick named Nicole. I call her. I think she could give the the square footage and so on and so forth. So I'm like, okay, I call, got a voicemail, so I text. Yeah, I need the square footage, the exterior on the house, and so on and so forth. This chick calls with a damn attitude. I almost lost it when her voice was like a lot of masculine energy, man. It's like, damn, I hate this damn spirit. So yeah, she talking like, well, where she asking me the same damn redundant question consistently. Well, what community is it? I said, I don't have that information in front of me right now. So I can't tell you. What community is it? I started to say, you stupid. Did you not hear me just tell you? I don't know the community right now. Then she asked me the same question again, man. And then she says, well, I'm not part of that community. I don't know why Renee gave you my number. I said, well, she thought that you was. Have a nice day. And so, you know me, man. I always report him, man. You think you talk to me? Your customer service skills are way off because you acting like the NIGGER right now. So
Wow.
I was like, yeah, her attitude was like really horrible. Like, I mean, I almost like wanted to not even deal with your company because of this lady's attitude. She's like, oh, that's horrible. Yeah, we'll talk to her and so on and so forth. Yeah, I mean, she's really horrible. And I was telling him about this other one, like, yeah, she doesn't return her calls. And they're all the ones that I'm having problems with is Eve. Both of them are Eves. Both of them are Eves.
That's how it always
crazy.
is.
He saw her doing her job, but Eve, she just got her. You know what I mean? I don't know if their weave is pulled too tight or what, man. But they always gotta act out.
I want to touch on what you're saying about the masculinity in this woman. Oh my God, man! Let me tell you, man, the masculinity in this woman, man, they want to be everything except for a woman, man. They want to be the so-called nigga woman, man. She want to be everything except for a woman, man. She want to fight you. She want to play basketball with you. She want to play football. She want to play UFC. I'm talking about in real life. So she want to go to the army. She want to shoot guns with you. She want to do, bro. She don't want to do everything except for cook, sew, clean,
Right.
wash clothes. She don't want to do nothing that we need her to do as a woman, but she want to do everything that we do as men. You know what I'm saying?
And want to lay her ass up all for you and get a free living and do nothing.
And then want to challenge you.
Minimum and say, "Oh, I'll help you with this."
Mm-hmm. Oh, I was there when you had nothing. I was there. Man, listen, you was there. That's it. You didn't contribute. You were there. So, damn it. I kept you there. That's about it. You could have went outside. And you would think, and my success would never had changed. You know what I'm saying? They think because they're there that your success is gonna be different from when they wasn't there. Like
I had to tell one that a couple days ago. Where I help you. Come on, man. I was making 6 figures before I met your ass. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
That's really a disappreciative too, man. You understand what I'm talking about? You try to give credit. I don't need you. I was doing what I did before I met you. You understand what I'm saying? Don't try to act like you brought some credibility to me, man. Or I made it easier for you. Well, don't make it easy for me. Go back to where you came from. How about that?
Yeah, and then when they act like they box is so special, like, oh, I'm not giving you nothing. Like, okay, I'm gonna go right outside and drive this Benz and go pick up something that I want to give me somewhere out the damn attitude and
about the drama.
mouth.
About the drama, man. It's too easy, man.
Mouth.
It's too easy, Clint. It's too easy.
They think that they box is special. It ain't that special. I'm sorry to tell you that, ladies. Like, you know, like we can go without a box for a little while. You know what I'm saying? Like a month or so, or depending on who type of man that is. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't something that we're dying for. Like we're dying for it. Like we need it. Like that.
The energy is so negative, it be turning you off anyways, man. Make you not want to do it.
Right.
Yeah, because the energy is so negative, man. If your mind's in the right place, you ain't gonna want to touch them, man.
Yeah.
They all negative.
Oh, no.
Get your ass up out of here, man.
Like I'm gonna have the gummy worm every time I'm around you, cause like your attitude doesn't get me in the mood, man. They don't understand that. They think that they supposed to just, when I'm giving it to you, better take it. No, it don't work like that. It don't work like that. Just like we need to stimulate your mind to get you aroused. You can do the same damn thing. It ain't no just
Right.
you just bend over and we ready. These women is crazy, man. Like they
Right.
think that they bend their booty over, or they doing something. Oh yeah, you're ready now. Like they don't even try to like get you in the mood no more. Like it's just like here, just be happy. I'm giving you something. Like
Yeah, they need a dog for that. That's what they need a dog.
Yo, I had
these
this
women is
older woman,
bugged out.
Salaki. I had this older woman, man. She'd hit me up. Now, mind you, she'd hit me up. She older than me, like I said, but she'd hit me up out of nowhere, like, oh, I need you right now. And I just told her, like, yo, you don't just get to hit me up and think I'm gonna come through and just blow your back out. It don't work like that. She tried to tell me, oh, I'm older. It do work like that. Once you get to my age, I had to let her know I ain't no fucking booty call, whatever you want to say, you know what I mean, on demand. You ain't gonna just call me on demand and think I'm gonna just come blow your back out just because you want me to. It don't work like that.
Right. She older. You should be making her pay you, man. Well, they
Con,
trying to say pimp. Yeah, I mean, because usually a man. Let me tell you something, man. That I learned, man. A man usually always want a younger woman to hold them down, right? You don't want some woman your age, and you definitely don't want someone older unless she's bringing something. What she giving you? You understand? You're giving her youth. You're giving her youth, right? So she needs to bring something, to the table in exchange for that. Because I mean, the average man want a woman that could reproduce for him. You understand what I'm talking about? So he won't be able to reproduce himself. If she's older, she can't do that, man. I can tell you that kind of woman is useless to me, man. What you got for me?
And you know what I'm thinking too? They know that they too when they older than you, they know that you're supposed to want a young because they always bring up the age different. They always say, I'm old. They know what they doing, man. But they see
right
once women when they see, I think that with women as they older, they get more manipulative. They're more manipulative
right.
masters,
They
man.
are.
They're mastering their manipulation as the older they get, man. Because they manipulation from the young age, but as they get older and older, they mastering it. So now they know how to pick and choose what men to manipulate, man. And they know which man is weak and which man is strong, man. So they know exactly how to maneuver between the two. You know what I'm saying? So
Not
as
Salaki. That's what she was doing. She was trying to use because she was chopping me out and doing a lot here and there, but she was trying to use that as like the crutch, like, oh, I ain't gonna do this for you no more. I ain't gonna do that. I'm like, all right, cool. I don't care about no material things like that. Which I already got my own shit, but
you know what
I
my
get it.
response to that would be there's always someone that's willing to do what you want. That's how I always respond to that. And that's the end of it. Nothing else to talk about. There's always someone willing to do what you want.
Yeah, so I cut her off. I had cut her off about at least about 2 months. I don't know if she thought 2 months went by and that was gonna be enough time. Like I tell a lot of girls, man, I went 12 years without it. Yeah, I might have been a virgin, but I still went 12 years. That's still a fact. So all that 3 months, 6 months, I can go another 12 years if I wanted to.
man, I'm
So
gonna
you
tell
ain't
you one
gonna.
thing, man. These women not even worth it, man. I'm gonna tell you, these women in this damn generation we're living in is not even worth it, man. You have to put a woman through a 5-year probation, man, for you to even know if this woman was even worth your time for real, man. Like to even be seriously dealing with her, bro. Because these women will change up on you in a second, man. Once they don't get what they want, man, they become demons, man. Pure demons, man. They spoil you from the ground up, man. Once they grown up, they mothers and them spoil these women, man. See, because women have a secret covenant with each other, man. That's why you will always see, like, most women of our culture, man, they treat the woman better than the son, man. The son get treated like nothing. They see even though we don't celebrate birthdays, right? But I know the people in the world that celebrate birthdays, man, and they sons won't get no gifts once they turn teenagers, man. But the girl, she getting gifts her whole damn life, man.
Word.
She getting money and gifts from the whole family, all the aunts giving her money, but the son ain't getting the damn thing, man. He don't get nothing, man. and they expecting the son to be the successful one to get them out the hood. See the son gonna get them out the hood, but the girl ain't never gonna get you out the hood. You know what I'm saying? She stay in the hood with you because you want to go to the same party she going to. You 40 and she 22, and y'all going to the same damn club. What the hell is wrong with y'all, man? These women is something different, man. They not even worth it, man. I'm telling you, man. They going to the same. Like, look at that Bernice Burgas joint that they talking about on IG. She got her daughter doing some challenge where she doing some whatever, right? And she going to the same party she going to. You 40 something,
Oh
you
shit.
going to the same party your daughter? Like, what's going on here? But this is the world, man. We live in there, man. These women don't have no shame because shame has not been brought on these women yet, man. But they got to get a great awakening. It's coming soon, man. Once all this hyperinflation start happening, man, and these things start going up, they're gonna turn back to all the men they did wrong. They're gonna be calling right back up 2 months later again.
That's what's going on. Like Salaki, when you cut them off, it don't matter how much time go by. The Kaham, you saying it all the time. It don't matter how much time go by. I got like 3 stalkers that I ain't did nothing with these females. I ain't talked to them. It's just that they realized who I was, and in years don't went by. They still calling me. They still hitting me on social media like, yo, can you just talk to me again? It's like, nah, you messed that up. You messed that pack up already.
See, you gotta treat them like jobs. Like, you know how you get a job somewhere, and then once you get fired, you ain't replying back again. You can't apply again. You on that list. You on that no hire list, man. You know what I'm saying? You got fired. You ain't resigned. You didn't get laid off. You got fired. You don't come back to the company. That's how you gotta treat these females, man. They don't get to come back to the company, man. You good. Go find somewhere else to go work at, man. That's another thing, man. These women, the Most High made these women to work for you, man. He made these women to be your helpmeet, man. You're not their helper. They help you. See, y'all men forgetting that, man. Y'all forgetting that they was made to help you, man. They was made to cater to your life, man. To build your legacy up, to leave your legacy intact, man. That's what they here for, man.
Yeah, it's these weak dudes, man. The only reason that they behave the way that they do is these weak dudes, man, that keep elevating them, man. You know, if men would just, hold back, these women would break down, but these weak dudes keep going to him, man. And she go to him and use him for whatever, and then come and deal with a real man on the low, right? Because a real man's not going to tolerate that. But, she want to be handled by a real man. These weak dudes, she don't really have no interest in it. Just get him for his, his little fiat or whatever, right? His substance. But when she want a real man, she's still moving around in the background, man, playing the garden tool. So it is, man.
Messing with the pool boy. He in the waters. He fixing more than that jacuzzi. He fixing more than that. See, and all the men that I'm not trying to put women down saying they supposed to only men that's raising daughters, man. You have to follow what the scriptures say on raising daughters, man. You're supposed to raise your daughter to be an appropriate wife for a husband, man, a good husband, a husband that's in the scriptures, man. And that's what the one you're supposed to be looking for anyway for her. You know what I'm saying? A man like that, not the man she look. Not you ain't supposed to be accepting who she looking for, man. You don't accept who she looking for. You accept what you looking like, what you think she should have for her, that for the way you raise her to be for a man, man. You know what I'm saying? But you see, these men don't do that anymore. These men don't even give a damn about how they raising their daughters to be. They let the woman raise a daughter, and then the woman, she already messed up. The mother already messed up. She didn't have so many rods in her life that she don't know how to raise a daughter. She look at, get him for his money. Oh yeah, he's cute. That's all a woman be caring about, man. Is if they cute, if he got money, man. What he got? They don't give a damn about the man's integrity or his ambition or his motivation, what motivates him. You know what I'm saying? What he believes in. They don't give a damn because you wouldn't have people like little Uzi, you know what I'm saying, out here running around thinking this is a masculine man right here, man. And who they paired him with? See, this is how the industry works, man. Who do they pair him with? A city girl. You know what I'm saying? Do you see what they do? They put him with it, and what all the girls look up to? Them city girls, man. Them city girls. Yeah, I want to be a hot girl summer. They paired him with. This is I'm trying to say. Same thing with Beyonce and Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? They put the so-called best R&B woman. You know what I'm saying? And pair her with the dude that's supposed to be the gangster rapper from Brooklyn, from nothing, from something. Billy, you know what I'm saying?
Salaki, because when I wasn't in the truth and I was just just a worldly nigga and I was out there just lost, bro, I had so many females, dude, that are just whatever. Like, yeah, they wasn't females that I talk to now, but I'm saying that to say, now that I came into this truth and I got my morals and standards right, and my values is right, you tell a female something and they like, yo, you can see the resistance, but it's like, yo, if I still was worldly and I still was gang banging, you wouldn't care. You'd be like, yo, females be on my back, like, yo, this dude doing this. But now I got morals, I got beliefs. It's like now you don't want to talk to me no more. It's like, all right, you just showed me who you really is. Like, you talking about you want to follow the Most High, but when I'm setting standards, I got certain morals that I'm not gonna change for you. Now it's like, oh, I liked you better when you was gangbanging. It's like, yo, come on.
Right.
Con, like you turn from a five-star steak dinner to a pot of chitlins in a second, man. You start talking about some truth, man.
The Most High, they think I'm crazy. I say, okay, well let me be crazy then. But I ain't switching up.
Yep. You turn to some crab legs, some shrimp to the pile of freaking neck bones, man. That's what you turn into, man. You talk about some truth to these women out here, man. All they care about is crab legs and shrimp, man. These women is wicked as hell, man. And they don't know that. See, my brain, man. I think about the Most High when he come back, man. He not even looking at your flesh, man. He looking through your body, like he's looking through your organs and seeing what the hell you got going on with your body, man. And that's what I'm saying. These women is gonna be burnt up, man, because you know what's in their body, man. A whole bunch of semen. Screw my language, but you know what I'm saying. A whole bunch of different damn essence of men ejaculation and crab legs and shrimp and lobster
Toys.
tail, man. You know what I'm saying? This is what they look. That's what's in their body, man.
They smell like hell too.
Exactly. Box smell like Lord have mercy.
Well, exactly
You know
what they eat, man. But it smells spoiled. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Most High looking through their body, man. He ain't coming down and say, "Oh, you look good, girl. I like the way your makeup is." He not coming down here looking at these women's face, man. He don't care about you women's faces, man. Angel's not caring about you women's bodies, your damn BBLs. He don't care about that. Care how big your booty is, man. He gonna pop that drink. That's what he gonna do with that sword, man. He gonna have booty juice all over the place, man. Y'all keep on playing, man.
Man, y'all get all graphic up in here.
That's what it's gonna be.
No, that's what they doing though.
Yeah, for real, man.
They getting their bodies done, and then you trying to disrespect a real. How can I say that? A real man. You fake from the jump. You getting your titties done. You getting your ass done. Your eyelashes is fake. Everything about you just fake.
Yep.
It's gonna be silicone everywhere, man. I'm telling you, man. Silicone and BBL shots, Dominican BBL shots everywhere, man. These women, man. I'm telling you, we live in the worst time, man. I'm telling you, it's the worst time period, man. You can
Yo, do you know that they take their last
body
8,000? Salaki, you know that they take their last 10,000 to get that done and then be broke?
Yeah, because they think that once they come back from the transformation, they think they're gonna get a transformed type of man. They think they're gonna get a better man than they had before. See, that's the whole reason why they do it. The The whole
Carnal-
reason behind it is to get a better man. They've been dealing with the natural body. They ain't been getting the one they want. So I'm gotta turn this body up, turn to a transformer, and then come out here and try to get Megatron. You know what I'm saying?
See?
The carnal minded, they don't think besides things other than the flesh. Walking beasts.
Mm-hmm.
And all the beast does is act off of instinct. Eat, sleep.
They think they're gonna get a man. They think they're gonna get a man like Tazadaq driving a BMW convertible. See, that's what they think. They're gonna come out. Yeah. Can I hop in? Tazadaq gonna speed right off on them.
Nope.
Speed right off. You know what I do? See, the way I play is like, oh yeah, come in. And then once they try to grab for the handle, I just speed up a little bit more. Like, oh my bad, my phone on the gas. My bad. Keep on playing with them. Then I speed off on them, man. Because this place is rotten.
Wicked. Man.
This place is rotten, man. These women is the worst women I think we ever had, man. Probably since like Moses, not even Noah day, man. Probably had better women than Noah's day, man. I'm telling you, man. These women is done, man. These females is
family,
done,
mind if I chime on right quick?
Go ahead, man. Wake up, Jacob. Where you been, man? You been sleeping. Jacob, wake up.
I just been saying shalom to my brothers. How y'all doing? Yeah, I just
wake up, Jacob, wake up.
I'm up, Baki. I'm up. I just want to say something far as like the women nowadays on that generation. If the grandmama still wearing a blonde wig, then that show you the women. They let you know how the women's is nowadays. So that's my point of view. You can find out how a woman is from the elders.
Yep. Grandma, she's still trying to act like she's 19, man. She's trying to act as if she's 19.
Ain't nothing worse than seeing these seniors walking around with these blonde wigs on.
Remember that time? What's that dude's name that was over here when they got mad? That older guy that used to talk like a preacher.
Raymond.
He's in Vegas. You know Raymond. What I'm talking about?
Yeah, Raymond.
Raymond. Yeah, his woman was like that, man.
Yeah, she had that dyke haircut. I think the low cut.
Yeah, well, it was dyed, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the countenance on her face told it all.
Right. She was in charge of him, man. She was calling the shots, man.
Strong's 85. Mm-hmm. Abraham.
All right, man. I'm about to shut this down, man.
Father of a multitude.
At 11, man. So yeah, man. I'm shut this down. Say shalom, man. Everybody be safe, man. Hold your head, man. Don't let these Eves take you down, man. And
you hear that, David? You hear that, David?
I did.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I talked to her brother today, man. She called got a protective order against him for nothing. He ain't doing nothing. Just made one up. Send the task force to his house looking for him. Then they got a warrant out looking for him.
He better leave now, man. I had a borderline like that, dude. She used to slap on herself and hit herself and then call the police and say I did it.
She did.
Yeah, he better leave her now, man.
Man, these women got sunk, I'm gonna be real with y'all. I can't wait to the day where I get to see these women really get what's coming to them, man. I'm telling you right now, man. That's one of my wishes that I want the Most High to grant for me, man. I want to see these females suffer all the pain that men have to suffer in this place when they do the men wrong in this place, man. With no consequence, man. I pray for that. I pray for it every day, man. I'm telling you, I gotta see it. If I don't get to see the kingdom, I just want to see that, though. I want to see these women suffer, bro. The pain that we have to suffer here, man, in this world, man. When these women get to do whatever the hell they want to do, man. That's all I gotta say. Shalom to everybody on the channel. Y'all have a safe night to your family. Bless everybody, man, and stay up and stay strong. and how to keep an alpha male mentality, which is the Christ, which is the Messiah's mentality, man. It's an alpha male mentality, all right? So peace and blessings, man.
Shalom, shalom.
Shalom, shalom.
Shalom, shalom.
Oh, okay.